What's going on, everyone? Just wanted to make a video here on this crisp Saturday night, and it is around, I don't know, let's see, it's about 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. It's kind of late out in the East Coast, 11:30, maybe almost midnight. And I just want to talk about something about anchoring yourself in the non-physical. Okay, to the non-physical. Actually, not in it, to it. Or not to it, in it. Yes, in it. In the non-physical. It's a very important distinction. There's a lot of like life coaches out here. There's a lot of courses for sale, a lot of like start your own business, believe in yourself kind of courses, a lot of make money from home entrepreneurship courses starting up, a lot of create your own, six-figure business on the side. A lot of these courses for sale, and they're doing very well. Trust me, I know a couple of people that have changed their lives just by having a site that caters to this kind of industry. And there's one thing I'm seeing with all of them that has got me going a different way, because I have my own. Okay, so what I see is everyone, all these life coaches, all these different people, they are anchored to the physical. They are anchored in the physical reality. So it's always about how to make more money, how to feel better about yourself, how to love yourself, which is fine, love yourself, and then you create your passion, which is totally correct. But they have nothing about the non-physical. It's always about the physical, habits, and routines and things, which is actually the non-physical. But they don't talk about it in terms of spirituality. And that's how I'm different. I talk about spirituality. Now, you don't have to be to any one particular doctrine to agree with what I'm saying, because it's universal. Because the outside aspect of the shell, not the seed itself. The seed is the core, and the shell is what protects the core. Everyone in this society is anchored to that shell, which is the physical. Okay, it's an illusion. It is an illusion. So when you anchor yourself to the physical, it's an illusion. It always is not going to do the job. It's not going to do the... Yes, you might get this, but something else happens, and then you won't have the tools because you were anchored in the physical. It'll always change. Things always change. That's the rhythm. That is vibration. Nothing stays the same. Everything always changes. So if you are anchored in that and thinking only about the physical, thinking about your ego, your nafs, and you don't have an idea about a higher power, then that means you are anchored in the physical. You feel lack. You feel like, you're worried about something. You are. When you anchor yourself in the non-physical, you understand that whatever you see that is physical, it is a creation of yours. It's almost like, what level are you viewing it at? So if you know that you are creating your reality, you are at a certain realm, if you know that everything is from the non-physical, you create it from the non-physical, you create it from your thought, you create it from your thought, and then you manifest it out into the reality. If you don't know that, then you will be caught in the non-physical. So you'll be stuck. It's a place you get stuck at, because it's so real. It's so real. But if you know that this is consciousness, this is someone's thought, someone's idea, right, of a headboard, and they consciously formed it like this. It is consciousness. Everything you see is consciousness. Yes, it's metal or wood or whatnot, but it was consciousness that formed it that way. So I'm not going to get too deep, but if you are now, if you understand that, and you go to the cause, it's the non-physical is the realm which causes the physical to happen. And when you're anchored in that realm, you are anchored in what creates the seen reality. So you will always want to, it's not even a want, you'll know that it comes from here. So when you change your thought, when you change your whole idea about yourself, and you're not limited to what society has taught you to believe about yourself, or what you have believed by other people telling you, then everything changes. And you know, it's something that you have to take. You have to take that jump. And yes, you are going to hit the floor, or you are going to hit stuff on the way. And you prepare as much as you can. You start to change yourself physically, which is when you start to change yourself physically. When you change yourself physically, that is actually you changing your mind first, and then physically it's manifested. That change of thought is manifested by an action. And if that action came from a dimension, came from a higher vibration of thought, of not just to, it's not, say for example, you're doing it to be more energetic and vibrant. You want to start losing weight, right? You want to do it because you want to feel vibrant again. You want to breathe the amazing air, and don't want to be tired when you're doing mundane things, and you just want to be energetic again and feel healthy and have that movement back. Versus you are doing it to losing 10 pounds, 20 pounds before the summer, so you can be ready for your sister's wedding or your XYZ person's party, So it's like, why? Okay, why? So people say you look good, so people won't say you let yourself go, so it's always for somebody else's, like, vision of you, But when you do it for energetic, your own soul, from the non-physical, when you're doing it from the non-physical to transform your life, that mindset is totally different than someone that wants to change just for that time being. Because let's face it, that's how I was, in the past. Okay, I'm gonna do it for this reason. I'm gonna do it because I have a birthday coming up. I'm gonna do it because the summer. It's like, no, this is like you're doing it for yourself. But when you do it for yourself, you want the best for yourself, and then everything will improve. So when you do that, you start taking control of that lower desire that is. It's like you find your way out of that physical, and it's not out. It's actually going in. You have to go in. See, that's the whole thing. If we're in the past, I was looking at the physical environment and be like, why isn't it? It doesn't look good, or I should have this. I should have this, and I was always feeling in lack. I'm like, why don't I have this? How come my life isn't this good, as good as that person's? Why am I this? And it's like, the more I have that conversation in my mind, the more I don't acknowledge my power, my own divine power, to have a shift in my consciousness and attach myself to the Creator, to the non-physical, to the unseen aspect of creation. Okay? And it's a process. And that process is, it's different than what they are talking about these days in all these different courses, like I mentioned. And I saw a great lack in that area, and I'm like, you know what? I helped a couple people out, and it's changed their lives. I'm like, what the heck? I saw it in, like, these people were committed. You know, they weren't just interested in what I was doing, because they see me and they see me transform and lose 60 pounds and just totally change my whole aura. You know, I totally changed my whole, like, I'm not the same person I was a year ago, 2 years ago, three. The farther back I go, it's like moral, it's like levels. You start improving yourself, not putting things on, but you take things out that held you down. See, the physical, the more you're trapped in the physical, the more the physical will hold you down. You know, thoughts of lack, thoughts of not good enough, thoughts of, oh, worried about this or the economy or political, you know, everything triggers you. You know, some news comes on, it triggers you. You know, the stock market crashes, even though you have no pennies, not even a penny in the stock market, it crashes 800 points. Even to the average person, that'll be news to them. You know, and it's like, oh my God, Phil, and then they start to get trigger something, worried, recession, and then they become part of that, like, vibration of, oh my God, another recession. You know, it's like it's in the subconscious mind. That is what happens when you are anchored to the physical, to the illusion. But when you anchor yourself to the non-physical, to the Creator, okay, live like the breath in you, that light of the Creator, of the actual Creator of, you know, is in you. But it's not your physical, and it's not your mind. It is that thing that creates the mind to create the physical. So it is mind over matter. But there is something that is over the mind and the matter, which is the Creator, the non-physical. But guess what? I just said it. That breath, that light of Allah, that breath of Allah, that breath of God, that breath of whoever your Creator is in your faith, it all is the same. It's a breath, or the spark, or whatever you want to call it, of God, you know, is in you. So what does that mean? Are you going to anchor yourself in the physical or the non-physical? And if you want to know more about this, how to do it, just DM me and ask me questions. I'm willing and more than willing to answer any question you might have. I offered it before. Just DM me, message me, and we can set up something and we can talk, and I can explain to you in a more customized form how this kind of mindset, this kind of thinking, this is the bridge to whatever your lacking is, whatever your limited beliefs are. Because I'm not telling you my belief, I'm just giving you tools that will empower you to detach from the illusion and find your own light that is within, and have that light, which I just explained to you, is the Creator of your faith. That light, you'll be seeing the physical from that light, creating from that light, not the false illusion. Okay, everyone, take care and have a great night, and have an amazing new year tomorrow, because every day is a new year. What's the big difference? I mean, seriously, the sun rises, you know, the moon is there. It's like every day is a new year, because there will never be a January, I don't know what day it is tomorrow, January 6th. You know, there'll never be another January 5th, 2019 ever again. So tomorrow's a new year. Okay? Take care.